Hi, everybody. I would like to take a few minutes just to demonstrate some of our capabilities on iPhone or any mobile device. It'll look very similar to this. So as you can see here, I can just click on my ProcureNow icon. And what it's going to do is it's just going to log into your site. So I just have a staging site here. So you can kind of see what happens when you log in. Gives you an overview of all the different projects that you have in the different stages. So I can see which ones I've got, 19 projects as you see there that are currently out on the street. If I wanted to click on the little bar there and scroll down, it will actually show me what projects that we have out. Just take a look at that real quick. And, if I'm interested in one of the particular projects, let's look at this Botanical Gardens Pump Station 124 improvements. Just click on that real quick. So I can scroll down to here. Let's take a look at like how the bid is doing so far. So if I scroll here, I can see that I've got 267 hits on the project so far. 31 folks are following it. 46 folks have downloaded the bid documents. 2 have started the process of applying. So let's just, let me scroll back here. Let's take a look at another project that might have some more interesting information about it. So let's look at this. There we go. Payment and sidewalk condition surveys and evaluations IDQ. So let's click that. If I wanted to just take a look at the vendor analytics, I can. Again, I'll scroll down here and I can see we've got a ton of interest, folks following the project, downloading the project. I can even see if I go like this, I can see who the folks are that are following, downloading, who started the process of applying, and if someone has submitted their bid yet, I would be able to see that there. And let's just keep scrolling down here. So you have access to a lot of great information. If I wanted to take a look at, I know I have a couple of addendum that are out there. If I want to see who has acknowledged those addenda, I can do that here really easily. Now, I'm going to come over here to my Q&A and I can just take a look to see who's been asking questions and the folks here that have responded to it. So let me go back up to the dashboard and let's just take a look at some of the more information that you can see here. So as I scroll down, I can see that I've got 3 projects that actually have unanswered questions on them. So if I scroll through here and I look at my Botanical Gardens pump station and click on that right there and scroll down, I see that there's been some questions that have come in yet, but they haven't been approved. So if I wanted to, so here's a question: is there a budget amount available to the public? Is there a start date set for work to begin? If I wanted to just go in and make some changes to that question, I could certainly do that. If I, let's say I want to I'll ask this as like a different question and, just get rid of that question on this one. I can do that, just kind of clean it up and then go ahead and approve that question so that it's out there for the public. Now, let's say that I'm not the one that's going to be answering that question, but I want to like assign that to someone. I can actually go in and I can pick the person who I want to assign this to and choose their name. And then they'll get an email saying, hey, can you draft the response to this? Click here. They'll be able to come in and answer that question. I'll be able to review the answer to that question. And then we're ready to provide the answer. All we'll have to do is you see how it says awaiting review. When I'm ready, I can just release that out. It shows me that I have only one question that's been answered. And so I'll just go ahead and release that response there. So now that question is out and everyone's been notified about the answer to that question. So just one thing that I think definitely would be something that you could do on your mobile phone. Let's keep going down here and see some other things that we might want to do. I might want to check on my evaluations and see how my scorecards are doing with my different projects. So I might just scroll through here. And let's say that I've got this financial consulting services RFP, and I just want to kind of take a look and see how that's doing. So if I scroll back over here to my initial phase, I can see that everyone who's supposed to respond to it has. They've submitted all their scores. Let's say if I was just interested in seeing what this one person's scores were, I could just come over here, take a look at that. Okay, that looks, great. All is well. I can come back over here, finish up looking at everybody's scores. I can even take a look at like the aggregate scores here. So I can see how folks are doing and responding to their first phase. You'll notice here that we do allow you to have multiple phases here. So if you're going to do an interview phase and you want to invite them along, invite like a short list of vendors along, you can do that as well. So it just kind of shows a little bit about how you can like manage your evaluations during while the evaluation process is going on, just right here on your mobile phone. Let's go back to the dashboard again. All right, so we've gone through unresolved questions. We've gone through just sort of navigating the projects that we have here. Unsubmitted evaluation scorecards, you'll be able to see those here. Here's a list of just the deadlines that are coming up next week that I have just right here available. Where if I wanted to click on the project, it'll just take me right over to the project. And if I wanted to, see if, let's just take a look at what the post looks like on the public side. I can certainly do that. I can see kind of like what we're going to be expecting the vendor to respond to. So you really just have access to all the parts of your solicitation, either the internal workings or even the public portal, if you wanted to see what that looks like as well. And if, let's say if I wanted to share this with a colleague, all I'd have to do is click that share button. It copies the link. And then from there, I can like open up my email, drop the link in, send it to folks that might be interested in responding to the project as well. So let's go back here to our upcoming events, and let's just keep going. So you see here that I've got some projects that are in the draft phase that haven't been approved yet. So it looks like these are just some test projects that we have here. But if I wanted to click on this one particular test project and kind of take a look and see how that project is going, let's take a look at the contract terms and conditions on this project. So I can just start scrolling through that. Let's say I see like I'm working in the insurance section and I see that, we don't necessarily need for this one, we won't need any automobile motor vehicle liability insurance on this one. So I'm just gonna see if I can go in there and make a quick change to it just by, grabbing a section here. And we'll just go ahead and update that. We'll get rid of that one section of this project that they've asked me to review. And so once I get done here, let me just scroll down here to the bottom, update that section. All right, see now that item's been updated. And so I can go through and I can click through the vendor response format. If there's anything that I want to change about that, I could do that right here. I also could just like reach out if I wanted to comment and let's say tag somebody on that comment and say, good job on this section. I can certainly do that and provide a comment. And then those comments will go out and you'll see how you can actually assign those comments and tasks to folks as well. So you could have one person looking at and you're in tagging, one section of the solicitation that you're working on, or if I, going to look at, let's say the timeline for the project and I want to make some changes to the timeline, I could certainly do that as well. So, let's say we're going to, go live with this project, at a different time than I normally would. I can just come in here and, take a look at the questions that are asked. There we go. Go to my intro, scroll down here to the project date. If I want to, release this project or change the proposal submission deadline, I can come in here and I can do that really easily just by using the calendar tools. All right, so let's come back over here to to my dashboard. Let's see what else that we can do here. So I'm going to scroll down. I've got a couple of projects that have been in the evaluation stage for, for between 10 and 20 days. So starting to get a little bit of worried that, maybe that it's time to wrap this evaluation up. So I'll click on that. It'll show me what that evaluation is. I can click on that. And let's say I want to look at all the evaluators to see how they're coming along. I can go through here and I can see that Drew's doing a good job. He's like completed his scores, but he just hasn't submitted the scorecards yet. other folks have completed their piece of it as well. So if I wanted to just look to see what Drew's been doing, I can just click on manage. I can open up their scorecard and I can see how they're doing on their scoring. Awesome. So hopefully what you've seen today is pretty much anything that you could do on your normal portal, you can do inside of the ProcureNow mobile app as well, either internally or if I wanted to take a look at like just what's on the public website and scroll through the projects that I have open, see which ones I have addenda on. It's just real easy for me to do that. And you can see this is actually the experience that the vendor would have if they're actually wanting to read through the project and see how what items and forms that they're going to need to fill out, et cetera. We just make that really, really easy and convenient to access. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed this demo of ProcureNow Mobile. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our team here live at the NIGP VCon, or you can schedule some time with us using our calendar link that's included in the booth. We'll be happy to reach out and schedule some time to chat with you. All right. Have a good rest of your conference. Take care.